feel free to stop in at our website, bluescreekguitars.com. I'm sure there'll be something there that you might find useful. From our products to our tutorials, we're here to help. I'm going to show how to inlay. This will be a headstock veneer. This is a pre-cut, famous torch design we're all familiar with. I'm going to show you how simple it is to inlay this. It's not a complicated process. You only need a few tools. These are 0.3 millimeter drafting pencils. This is my inlay tool that we designed with the help of Dave Nichols from Custom Pearl Inlay. For those of us that need a little help, these are a little OptiViewer, water, super glue, activator, a little bit of things to help hold the pearl, some tape, steel wool, Scotch pad, and what I have to do first is I have to free my pearl off of my shipping container. So I just put a little bit of water, pop my pearl off the cardboard, and this just soak for a little bit. It will come off, and I'm just going to let that soak for a little bit, and then that will allow the glue to release the pearl from the paper. And if you try just taking it off, the pearl is so delicate it can possibly break. In fact, we did have one piece here that did break. It's not the end of the world, it'll still be a usable product. I take a razor blade, you can just scrape this stuff right off nice and easy. This is the delicate part, the little tool. And for those of you who like to cut your own patterns, we will be showing you how to cut pearl at some point, just not today. Now, if you can't see it, there is a center line drawn on here, and I used the 0.3 millimeter pencil. Come down about 3/4 of an inch, and then I'm going to start laying out my pearl. Now I know that this is the top part, that's the lid, that's the next piece, this is the next piece. This comes down here. We have our tulip. And we actually have two of them. This one here, the pearl's cracked. And this is not uncommon when you're dealing with natural pearl. So we will take care of this when we inlay it. There'll be 2 teardrops and a series of little dots that are literally in there soaking right now. I have a tweezers. And here's how we get started. The trickiest part is learning how to hold your pearl. It's not that hard, but in order to hold this so that nothing moves around, I'll take tape. And I basically will just tape this down. Normally I just do this on the bench, but we have this little black pad so you can get to see what's happening a little bit neater. So I'm going to start with this pair. Now you can see that pair, we have that centered up with a notch, and I have it centered up with its little dot up here. I'll just take, this is just a 10-penny nail ground to a point, and I'm going to hold this gently. The hard part is learning how to manipulate your pencil so that you can draw the profile. We are inlaying in ebony. And what I want to do is get my line centered, get my points where I need them to be, because I basically inlay this whole contrivance in one effort. Now, if he can zoom in on there, you can maybe see how that is laid out. Here's my dot. Go to here. Now I'm at a point where I can see the reflection of the pencil onto my ebony. I don't know if you can see that, but that's what we're looking for. Some people will scribe and use chalk dust. They use whatever works. This is a method that I learned and it works for me. We want to take our bit and we need to adjust our bit to the depth of the pearl. So you can see I have my depth already set to my cutter depth. And if you see how that is, that's all I did. Now this little tool here will take a lot of air. It spins at 70,000 RPM. This is my professional model. The hobby model will spin at 56. It will work quite well too. The object is, I'm going to take this and I'm going to plunge at all of the points. And then at that point it's going to be connect the dots. So I'm going to do this in a couple of stages, and I'll try to do this so that you can see it. Now just all I did, all of my points are now marked. I'll start up here at this little dot, I'll line out here, I'll line out here, and then I'll clean the field. The object is to go to the pencil line at this point. Now you can see how quickly I made my profile. I'm not at the line, I'm close to it. Now I'm just going to color out the field and open it up. So you can see how quickly you can remove the material. Now I'm going to go to the line and then I'm going to check for fit to see how close I am. Now I have things that I'm about ready to test fit. So I'll just set this in here. And I'm not expecting this to fit as of yet. I'm just looking to see if there's anything I need to be aware of. Right now my pencil lines look pretty good. I don't see any big mistakes. So now I'm going to work on this side so maybe you can see a little bit better on the detailing of what I'm doing. I have a pencil line here yet from my original trace out, and now I'm just going to try to split that line. Okay, I took it to the line, and I will tell you that the bit that I'm using is a 2-flute bit. I do not use a downward spiral. These bits are very affordable. When your bit's dull, it's dull. A downward spiral bit on a closed-in hole like this tends to let the fibers drop down into the hole, and you get a false fit. These I find work real well. So now I can get my fit in here. I have things pretty close. And to make it a little bit better, I actually have it starting to drop its spots. I can go in here now with my pencil, and it's actually not too bad. Now I just have to clean these lines up. So now a little bit over here at this point that needs to be cleaned. My center line is very good. The bit that I am using is a 1/32 bit. I will sometimes use a 20 thousandths bit.